Welcome, guys, to episode 2 of We Have No Guests. I think this is episode 15, but we care only about the no guest episodes right now. This is its own series. This is the Luna. This is the Luna punch Noctis in the face. So there you go.
Nah, if you act like we're mean to each other, and it's because we love each other so much.
You are free to write whatever fan fiction you want, but I am.
Oh
here
no, that is good news because
for one reason. All right, I am here to bash Pokemon Unite. That's my goal of this podcast. My goal of the podcast is to make Pokemon Unite fail.
Oh yeah, Nintendo didn't see it coming. Nintendo, video game company, since 1984, brought down. And yes, I know Nintendo did stuff before the NES, but that's what I'm calling it. Brought down by tFay. They should have seen it coming.
No, Nintendo wasn't the one who actually made the Pokemon Company. Weren't the ones who made this game. This is actually made by the people who actually made League of Legends. Believe it or not.
You're right. So I can play this on my PS4 or my soon to get PS5 when I get it in 2036 when you can finally buy one.
It is Nintendo Switch, Android, and iPhone exclusive. So if you have a Google Pixel, fuck you.
You can play it on your phone? What?
Okay,
I was not aware of that.
You are so out of the loop. If you're a MOBA and you're not on a phone, you're not going to make it. All right.
Wait, is League of Legends on phone?
I think there's a League of Legends mobile now. Yeah.
What? Oh my. Okay, blow my mind. I am. Okay.
No, literally, the bane of every dorm parent is wandering the halls and seeing every Asian person on some MOBA you've never heard of playing on their phone.
Like, okay, yes, MOBAs are definitely outside my wheelhouse. I played League for a while because it was fun, but I only played it really with my friends who were kind of into it. It was fun. It is not fun anymore.
Why is it not fun anymore?
Okay, because there's like 200 different characters that I did 95% of them I don't know, and my friends don't play it anymore. And to get back into it is extremely tough because, not a game that welcomes new people very easily.
No.
So yeah, I know. So yeah, no, it's definitely not.
Can confirm there is not 200 champions yet.
Isn't there like 164, something like that?
With
look at
more than 140 champions according to the website. I don't know how many actually. Let me count. You rant about something and I'll count.
You're gonna count them all? God.
Yes.
Okay, fine. But you know what? I appreciate an official count to work into it. No. It was fun. I won't deny that. I had a lot of fun. But I wasn't very good at it, so I felt no real urge to keep like throwing myself into this game. We're talking middle of high school. I think it came out during my junior year. I need to check.
Right. According to League of Legends website, the champions page, they have a total of 156 champions.
See, you know what? Rule it. We can round up because it's over the halfway point. That's 200 champions.
Sure, they have 200 champions confirmed.
Yeah, no. When it came out, there were like 8 champions that I got to play. No, wait, how many were there? Now you got me thinking how many characters there were in the beginning. And I know it wasn't nearly that many because it was very easy to pick the one. There's so many champions, and I'm curious how many they're going to add to Pokemon Unite. Because we just got our first one, which was Gardevoir, added. I think, is she in the game today, or is that gonna?
I don't know. So one thing, in my little bit of research of Pokemon, I weirdly do a weird amount of research for this game, given I've never played it before. So like there are no stats for Pokemon Unite for the physical Pokemon themselves, according to my research. Someone in the live chat, feel free to correct me. So
What are
basically,
you talking about?
all right. So you can see the base stats of a Gardevoir and know fundamentally it's stronger than a Curlia, right? Like they have actual
Okay.
stats in the Pokemon game. You can look and see this Pokemon is stronger than this Pokemon.
Yes.
That does not exist in Pokemon Unite apparently. So you do not know how strong each of the Pokemon are on a numerical level in comparison to each other without actually hitting something and comparing numbers.
I mean, isn't the point of a MOBA that all of them are balanced though? Like there should.
What, you play League and you're saying balanced?
Okay, listen. I'm new to the MOBA scene. Explain to me like I don't play these all the time.
All right, so
because
let's say
I
for
don't.
the sake of argument that it's balanced. I haven't seen the numbers, but it probably is not balanced. And if it is, it generally makes no sense why you have like the second evolution of Frogadier. I don't even remember what it's called. What's after Froakie? Is it Frogadier? I don't know. But
yeah.
Like
Sure.
Venusaur should not be the equivalent stats of a Gengar, which is equivalent stats of an Alolan Ninetales versus like a legendary Zoroark, whatever that thing is. And I'm gonna look up. Like, there's a Machamp in here.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm confused on how like no game is gonna work like the
Okay, here. I'm gonna
Pokemon
read.
games,
I'm
right?
gonna read off the list because it's not that long. So,
I could just look, man. It's easy.
No, I must read it out loud.
All right, read it out loud.
We have Pikachu, Charizard, Snorlax, Crustle, Greninja, Eldegoss, Talonflame, Lucario, Venusaur, Mr. Mime, Slowbro, Absol, Machamp, Wigglytuff, Alolan Ninetales, Cramorant, Gengar, Garchomp, Cinderace, Zeraora, and Gardevoir as of today.
Yeah. There's 21 champions. Or 21 Pokemon, however you want to.
So if you're going to go by Pokemon standards, right, just the literal Pokemon game, Garchomp is better than most of these. Just pub stomps the crap out of them.
Now, Gengar, Garchomp, and I'm surprised Mewtwo isn't in here. That's probably coming.
Now, you could say, all right, now, is the game balanced? We don't know. There's no way to tell because you don't know the statistical numbers of these Pokemon. You don't know if one Pokemon, maybe they're all just completely balanced. I don't know. And if they were, that gets completely thrown out the window by the item system.
See, okay, but my question here is, like, how would knowing their stats help you?
If you're really competitive, then you literally calculate, like, if you have X amount of health, and you know what the stats are of all the other Pokemon, you can generally gauge if you can survive an encounter or not.
Okay, but so here's what, like, I guess I'm confused because like Pikachu theoretically would never be able to harm Crustle's Bug Rock.
But you can. I'm assuming you can in this game.
Yeah, but see, that's my point. Like the Pokemon system goes out the window. There's no way to
the Pokemon numbers. I'm talking about the numbers in the game. So like, if you're gonna say, all right, I want to pick Pikachu.
Okay.
I'm assuming every Pokemon has attack, special attack, defense, special defense, and health. I'm assuming those stats are still in the game. Because as far as I know, you can adjust all of those stats with items.
Yeah, they have the 5 stats: the offense, endurance, mobility, scoring, support.
Basically, if you're gonna have a Pokemon like Pikachu, knowing how much stats each of the Pokemon are going to have will help you gauge whether or not you should be fighting them. All right, to use League of Legends references, okay? If I see a not Tyranitar, freaking I don't even remember League of Legends champions anymore.
Oh my favorite League champion.
Tryndamere, thank you. If I see a Tryndamere, I know how much damage he's going to deal at certain levels, and so I know what trades I can take, when I could fight, when I could not fight, like if you have a Trinomir as your opponent, okay, and you're a level 1 Annie, you do not fight that Trinomir. All right, you'll get your ass kicked.
Wait, so level 1 Annie can't fight a level 1 Tryndamere?
No, Trinomir's gonna kick the Annie's ass.
Okay.
It is like 100% unless you use towers. There's no battle. There's no way a Trinomir loses to an Annie level 1. If they're just to literally duke it out. You know, you could harass and then you would use items, minions, and all that stuff. But if you're just gonna literally duke it out 1v1, just stand there and attack each other, Trinomir wins 100% of the time. Because Trinomir has higher level 1 attack stats than Annie, that stuff. And this is the kind of thing where having knowledge of numbers helps, that you don't have for Pokemon Unite.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I didn't know they had stats.
Yes.
There's obviously your damage per second that if you play it enough, you know the numbers for
League,
everyone.
If you look at League, like every character has initial base stats, and like when you log in to like the game, I guess login isn't the best word. When the game loads, you can literally see your stats on the bottom of the screen. Like the numbers actually are very public and very like you can look at a character and you can tell what their base numbers are going to start with.
Wait, are you sure? Because I'm looking at Cerebi and it has the Pokemon Unite attack listings. This list details all Pokemon sorted by attack stat with their stat as standard at level 15.
Well, that's why I said I was literally this is the research that I read today, but again, I didn't play the game. Hold up.
And it looks what do we have? The highest looks like I don't Zeraora. That's a dumb name. I don't like that name, but whatever. At 649. Is that damage per second? Damage per
Okay, so it
time?
does have numbers. All right. Well, that takes care of one of my complaints. All right.
Okay,
cool.
what's your other complaints?
My other complaint is the freaking pay-to-win item garbage.
See, I'm confused. You'll have to fill me in on this.
Okay, you've unlike so
about
these
it for a while.
So League of Legends, all right. Most MOBAs have items. You hold items and you duke it out with each other, right?
Yeah.
In most MOBAs, they're really long. You know, games that last like an hour because you need time to farm gold or whatever the currency is if you're a MOBA, so you can buy the items so you can be stronger than your opponent, right?
Yeah.
Well, Pokemon Unite matches last 10 minutes long, so you don't have time for that. So your items are basically held items that you buy outside of game and you carry them into the game. Now, some of the items, you know, there's different items that boost different things. Some give you special abilities, other boost your stats, health, attack, special attack, whatever. Now, so there's two ways to get these items. One is to grind a certain amount of currency. The other is just to pay real money.
So if you buy an item in game, can you take it with you into multiple games?
No. Well, no. Yeah. So no, you don't buy items in game. You buy the item in, like before you queue into a battle, and then you can just have it for multiple games. Like let's just say I'm just gonna make up random numbers. Let's pretend there's an item that gives you 100 extra special attack. You buy it with real money. Let's say $10. You can have that item for every battle for the rest of your life.
Okay. This is confusing to me because like then if a game only lasts like 10 minutes, what are you doing in Pokemon Unite?
I don't know. I don't play the bloody game.
You said you've been doing research, a ton of research into this. Yeah, what's the point of Pokemon Unite?
What's the point? It's you basically score goals. You beat your opponents down. You kill your opponents, which obviously makes them dead and it takes time for them to spawn. And then there's like little goals is what they call it, on the opposing board, and you have to like get to them and you score.
Okay.
So it's score more than your opponents in 10 minutes. It's sports.
This is very, very odd to me, if I'm going to be completely honest.
It's a very odd game, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just get, all right. I literally just always hate any kind of competitive game where paying money gives you a pre-set advantage going into the game. Like, it just, like, I don't care if you're going to have a single player game. You can, you're like, oh, here's your Final Fantasy VII, and you could pay real money to get DLC weapons, so you can get Cloud Master Sword at the beginning of the game and make it really. I don't give a shit. It's your single player game, do whatever you want. But it's a purely competitive game and you can literally pay to have a set advantage over other people. That just makes me not want to touch the game. Because why am I even like gonna play at that point? Because I'm just going to lose repeatedly.
Also, Pokemon Unite is not yet on mobile devices, so it's coming soon.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure I would have heard someone talk about it, if it was on mobile. Okay, no, yeah, this game seems very odd to me. It's cool you can dress your characters up. That's kind of cool. To me, that makes sense to like buy costumes.
Yeah,
I guess it depends
that's
on
great because dressing your Pokemon is great. I love that.
So the grinding system to earn coin or earn whatever paper money they or whatever fake money they use in this game, does it take forever? Because like I know that was a problem in Battlefront when that game came out.
There are 5 different types of currencies in this game.
Oh god!
One of them is purchased with real money. The other 4 are in game.
You just made me exhausted, just like that. 5 different currencies, and it's why do we do this? Like now, because fucking even Fortnite is doing it now, where they just keep adding different currencies, and I'm guessing
because it hides how it basically allows them to hide how microtransaction-y it is.
Oh god! Like, yeah, all right. Well, I was thinking about downloading this game. Thank you for settling it. Hell no at this point. I don't you like why? I don't know why you'd want to play this game anymore. Are you still thinking about it? Are you not sure yet?
The only reason I'm playing this game is for some collab stream thing, and honestly, like, probably, like, I think, like, everything I've said, right, so everything I said, keep in mind, I have heard nothing but good things in terms of the fun component about Pokemon Unite. If you're just playing with friends, casually, just trying to have fun, everyone says it's great. I haven't heard anyone saying the game's not fun. I don't play MOBAs for fun. I play MOBAs to damn win. So fuck this game.
Yep. I'm getting you're exhausting me, Nancy. I don't know. I got excited when I heard about it because I'm like, oh, this is cool. And it's not a MOBA, but it made me think of like Team Team Fortress 2 is what I imagined of it at first was just a game where you have 9 characters, 9 different Pokemon, let's say 20 different Pokemon. They're all fairly balanced. Like to me, the idea of one character automatically dominating another character, it feels like you can look up to see which character dominates the most others, and that one's going to be the OP one that everyone picks.
Okay.
I have
just to put in perspective here, difference between regular items and paying real money, at least according to live chat. All right, live chat says $30 for legendary gloves with 130 attack, 50% HP, and 180 special attack. Some of the items in here are like muscle band, attack plus 15, attack percent 7.5, and it's in parentheses. I don't know what this means, but like there's like this difference. There's a vast range of items that you could probably get early on versus people who just threw money at the wall. And somebody can feel it's just like, oh, it hurts my brain.
I get so okay. Going back to this Tryndamere Annie, is there a character that Annie can dominate if they ever come across them?
What at level 1? Well, it depends what levels. Also, that's not the best example because that implies you're both just standing there attacking each other. Annie, if you're playing smart, can beat Tryndamere at level 1 by harassing the Tryndamere. You're shooting from far away and not directly just fighting the Tryndamere.
Okay, I see. I mean, it kind of sounds like Pokemon where you don't know the stats for it, like the original games.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's like that.
I don't know. Obviously this is a bit beyond me. MOBAs are not my type of game. And you're just confusing the hell out of me and depressing me when you say 5 different types of current.
I
Oh
mean,
my god!
I liked League because it was a game that like I could just pick a singular character, learn that character, and I knew that at least within a degree of freedom within my MMR, I was of relative skill to everyone else, and they could pick their OP champion, sure, but you could still learn against those. But it's different if like, all right, you know, they have this item, and there's no way I could ever have this item, like unless I put a shit ton of hours into grinding this game, of which they'll probably just have even better items by the time that comes out. Or I just don't have time to grind this game. Also, like, if there's no way for me to win without grinding, then I also have no interest in it. I don't even play JRPGs.
I gotta be honest. Like the fact that there's the term grind at all for a video game is why do you want to play that game? You're just gonna like Destiny. I heard that was a big thing. Like you just grind and grind. I just grinded for 20 levels, and same with like World of Warcraft. Games like that. What's the like? Are you having fun? Why are you playing this?
Some games, the grind is fun because it's not. It's a combination of the loop is fun. Like let's say, fighting enemies in Breath of the Wild, I think is boring, but some people have a lot of fun doing it. Right, and as you said, like you fight items, you get the weapons, and then you're stronger, then you can get better gear. That's the loop, right?
But that's not really grinding, in my opinion, because it feels like a natural progression as you start out with your.
Well, that's
basic...
what a lot of grind. So grinding is kind of basically that. It depends on your perspective of grinding. Some people use the grinding just metaphorically. It's like, oh, I have a goal and I have to do something repetitive to get here. Other games make the grind natural, as you progress through the game, you're gonna get the EXP you need to beat a boss. And grinding can be used as an option where if you are not skilled enough to beat this boss, it's possible, but you could still grind it to make it easier for yourself.
See, it feels like when you say like grinding in Breath of the Wild would be, I'm gonna go fight every Lionel until I get to the point where I have enough gear to make something.
Yeah, sounds like
in that sense, like that sounds like grinding. That's fine. I guess I'd never had to do that in Breath of the Wild, stuff like that. And
but there's a skill.
I beat
that's
that
a skill
game
component, right? Because I'm assuming, have a certain amount of skill. Grinding is something in most games. Grinding is something that is done to make up for a lack of skill. I'm ignoring games like Final Fantasies where there's no way to beat some of the the secret bosses without being at maximum level. Like there's just no skill. There's just no way it is, right? But like in other games where you can like control your character, like Dark Souls, probably Pokemon Arceus, whatever that comes out, you can make up for a lack of stats with higher levels of skill, so you don't have to grind. Or like an old RP, like Bravely Default back in the day. If you knew strategies, you don't have to grind, but you can grind. Like in Pokemon Unite, you could probably beat someone who has better items than you if you're just better at the game. But like, I just don't like that they can pay to have that advantage. I don't know.
Okay, I guess okay. I mean, I don't disagree with your argument. I am just saying I differ now because I'm looking at this they have them into attackers, speedsters, all arounders. Like I have a problem with Garchomp being listed as an all arounder. He feels more like an attacker. Why is Gardevoir an attacker? That seems more like a defender or a supporter.
Wait, what? How is Gardevoir not an attacker?
Why would Gardevoir?
She has a super high special attack.
And she's also fairy and psychic. That's perfect.
Do you not
support.
consider fairy and psychic to be offensive types?
Psychic maybe, definitely, but fairy, nah. Fairy's more of a
play rough is OP.
I guess.
There's just not.
See, this is where
there's just not. The problem is with fairy. Besides the fact that it's called fairy, which doesn't help. Most of the fairy Pokemon suck offensively. And because there's not many good offensive fairies, you're not going to associate, it doesn't, you can give them the best fairy. You can have like, oh, here's a legendary fairy with the best defensive move in the game, but you don't care because friggin' Spritzy exists.
I'm just saying, if you look at the attackers and then you look at the all-round, it feels like the all-rounders feel like the attack Pokemon. Charizard, Lucario, Machamp, and Garchomp, those feel like attackers. Venusaur,
Hold on. Let me look at this.
You need to go to the Pokemon Unite.Pokemon.com. Not sponsored yet. We are in talks with their people. We'll get there. And I'm just like, yeah, click on Pokemon. I'm just looking at their all-rounders, and it feels like those are the attack Pokemon. And obviously, I haven't played this game. Maybe Cramorant. Why the fuck is that Pokemon in here? By the way,
I don't
know.
You
want me to rant about something? I'll pick why is Cramorant? God, I hate that Pokemon. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Their choice.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna look at it. I'm looking at attack right now. All right. So we have
Mm-hmm.
Gardevoir. I approve. Pikachu. I don't know. That makes no sense considering that there's a speedster role. Greninja. Fine. Venusaur. I don't get it. Venusaur is not an offensive Pokemon to begin with. All right.
No.
Alola Ninetales. Fine. Cramorant. I don't know why he's in the game, so we're gonna pretend he doesn't exist. And Cinderace. Fine.
Fine.
All right, speedsters.
But, okay. Yeah, okay, let's go to speedsters.
Okay. I'm actually okay with this entire list. All right, Gengar, Absol, Talonflame, and Zeraora. Fine. I feel like you could balance. There's, 7 attackers and 4 speedsters? Why not take Pikachu? I'm sorry, there's only 6 attackers. All right, I forgot, All right, there's only 6 attackers. So Pikachu can easily be put in the speedster category.
Okay, now look at the all-rounders. They're a balanced offense and endurance and are highly tenacious fighters.
I think Garchomp. I think Garchomp is the definition of an all-rounder. 100%. Considering if you look at his stats, he literally has high stats and everything.
Oh god, that's Garchomp. Why would anyone not play as Garchomp? Okay, what is Machamp? Now I need to look at all their stats because
if you're not sure what the Pokemon stat, all right. Charizard, all right. Lucario, fine. Machamp should be an attacker. Now, I didn't feel like all-rounder should just not be a role. All right.
Okay. You know what? I'll accept that. I just don't
get rid of all-rounder. There's no point in it. Fuck all-rounder. Okay. Great. All right. So basically, all right. Let's relocate these. Okay. All of them should be attackers. Done.
Yes.
That's what this is come down to. All right. Defenders.
Yeah. See, it's very simple. You get rid of Cramorant. You put Venusaur on defenders. You put Pikachu in speedsters, and you.
Crustle, Snorlax, Slowbro is defenders. Sure. I feel like there should be more defenders. I feel like the fact that this is not balanced and how many is each role is that already a drastic issue. Consider that the newest Pokemon went into the role with the most Pokemon in it.
Yes. See, that's what, really, Crustle? Why did Crustle make the list of all the Pokemon?
All right.
Is there a big Crustle fan base I'm not a fan of?
That's support. Crustle?
Yeah. Does he have a huge fan base I'm not aware of?
I don't know if they added Pokemon in here based on how popular they are. Because Cramorant.
Okay. Pikachu is on the freaking list.
Pikachu has to be here because if it's not, everyone's going to rant. But Cramorant's out of here. You can't say it's a popularity contest.
Maybe. Okay? I don't know. You know what? That actually kind of bums me out to think that.
Bullshit. Cramorant's popular. Bullshit.
I didn't. Why would he be on here? There's no way they would have put him on here if he's not popular in some way. The only thing I can figure is meme culture got him here, and that kind of depresses me. That's why he's on here, is because they looked at the Pokemon that were talked about, especially with Sword and Shield. Who were the Pokemon that were talked about the most?
Okay. I literally on the site, I don't know how accurate this is, but there's a site that literally lists the most popular Pokemon by continent. Yeah, by continent. And I'm going to see if I can find Cramorant as a popular Pokemon in any of them. I don't know how.
Okay.
I don't know what the gen this actually was written in though.
Oh, okay. In every. Are we
Okay,
talking about? Are
I
you
think
looking
this
at
is. I
the?
think this is only Gen 1. I don't know. I just googled the most popular Pokemon, but this is I think only Gen 1. All right. I need something that came on last year. Hold, let me. I'm gonna do a quick Google search, setting things in the last year.
Yeah. Okay. So because like Garchomp is Dragon Ground, Pikachu shouldn't even be able to affect him. I know. It's like, why do I know there's a ground Pokemon here? There's got to be. Yeah. The fact like. And I'm guessing they're saving a bunch of their more popular Pokemons for DLC. I guarantee it. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Mewtwo was a pay to play
Well, so every
character.
there has yet to be a Pokemon that is only exclusively pay to get. Every
Yeah,
Pokemon
but
you
yeah,
can get, with one of your 15 currencies, or you can just pay real money.
yeah. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me at all if Mewtwo made it onto the list of like of Pokemon that Pokemon that you have to buy. I'm surprised Eevee's not in here. I'm guessing it's because he's a normal type. How do they? Yeah, like I'm trying to think of a normal type Pokemon special moves. How many is that a thing?
Normal type
Like
specials
Swift?
depends what
Yeah.
gen you're in. Like Hyper Beam became special in later gens.
Okay, I guess there's Hyper Beam. I'm just trying to think of like a move. How do you not show a normal Pokemon or a fighting Pokemon?
Hyper Beam, Hyper Voice. Every sound-based move is special.
Okay. I'm just curious, like how you would show Wiggly Tuff's Fairy now, so it doesn't count. Mr. Mime is Psychic. There's no normal type Pokemon on here, is there? Snorlax. What does Snorlax attack look like? Now you have me.
I don't know.
Now you have
I
me.
literally did not play this game.
You should play this game. We should play this game. Let's
No.
make it a thing.
No.
Yeah, come on, it'd be fun.
No.
It'd be fun.
No.
I wouldn't have any idea what I'm doing. You're
No.
getting frustrated because you
No.
really want to win.
No.
I can tell you're excited. You
No.
want to.
All right. If we get to $50 in the Patreon, then I'll play Pokemon Unite. We'll do a little
Ooh,
ad
50.
special.
Would we be able to win with $50? Is that? Or I don't know how much items cost.
You want to put the Patreon money into Pokemon Unite?
Oh my god. Anyway, no, I'm not stressed on it.
Okay.
I would love to play it, but I don't think.
Here's the real question. When are you gonna start collecting Pokemon cards so then we can like duke it out on stream?
What with Pokemon? Dude, I didn't even like even when I actively bought packs and collected them, I didn't play the trading card game then. You think I'm gonna start now?
Neither did I.
Nah.
Yes. You're gonna start now. You're gonna buy packs. You're gonna
Oh,
open
so
them on stream.
wait.
And
You
then
have
you're
a
gonna duke it out with
problem.
me.
Wait, you have a problem with pay to win on Pokemon Unite, but suddenly we're gonna play the trading card game. You know how much money you have to put into the trading card game to be
No,
like?
I don't care about playing anyone but you. I just want to beat you.
Oh, well, that won't be hard. You're like,
I have zero
gamer
games experience in the trading card game. I don't know the rules.
I mean, yeah, that's one way of looking at it, I guess.
But if you want, we could literally do a draft if you want to argue who has paid more. So I don't know if we can make a full deck from a draft. We might have to just both get a starter deck. That might be better.
So they actually have starter decks?
Yeah?
Listen, all right, I know. Okay, before you make fun of me, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh starter decks a lot. I've seen Magic the Gathering starter decks. I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon starter deck. Anytime I
Literally,
wander
they've
by the card
existed
section,
since the beginning of Pokemon
I
TCG.
they might. I've never seen them
Well, feel free to do a
because
quick Google, and they exist. And on it, yeah, if we both have a starter deck, and then we could duke it out against each other.
Pokemon starter deck that always wins. All right. Yeah, give me a second.
And they even have they even have dual starter deck sets. Like here's Pokemon Victini versus Gardevoir. I'm assuming this is 2 starter decks. Includes 2 ready-to-play battle decks. Yeah, see, there you go.
Oh, I
We
see
can
the
get
one.
something
I see
like
the
that.
one you're looking at. The one you're looking at. What is this Pokemon Sword and Shield Chilling Rain Elite Trainer box? Huh.
Fuck Chilling Man. That set sucks.
I mean, I think most of the Pokemon card sets nowadays suck, but
That's because they don't have Umbreon.
that's because they don't have Umbreon. Why? All right, I know it's popular. All right, I've seen the fan art. It's a popular Pokemon.
I literally don't. Well, I'm pretty sure just because it's not. The EV Pokemon are not relevant in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That's because they stopped making new EV Pokemon.
Well, I'm just saying that's why. Umbreon
no,
things are.
The evolutions aren't important anymore. Eevee is still super popular. Let's Go Eevee came out.
I'm gonna start looking at the previous Pokemon sets as we argue and see when's the last. How far back do I have to go to find an EV Pokemon? I just realized that Champions Path has multiple Gardevoir cards. Why am I not buying this set?
They're coming out with an EV centered set next, and it's coming out in Japan,
I've heard
of
about
course.
That.
And it's a bunch of bullshit. And they've talked about Umbreon being in it, and that gets me excited. But it's only in Japan, so just like all the best Pokemon stuff, just like Pokemon games with their DLC and their characters. Where do you get your shiny Rayquaza from? From Japan. They didn't give them out here. You want a shiny Zeraora? Guess what? Japan.
I don't know. Right, I still say that most shiny Pokemon suck. So, I don't want them.
I mean, okay. Listen. Shiny Umbreon is amazing. And I will fight you. I would box you. I would physically fly to New York and box you.
Oh, is that the blue one?
Okay,
that's pretty good. That one's a pretty good Pokemon.
That's okay. We're good.
We can agree on that. I don't care about we can agree on that.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate an agreement. I will say there are a bunch that definitely suck, and I would love to see them go back and retouch them. Like the ones where they're like not different at all. Like it's you were gonna tell me that Charizard was meant to be black? I call BS. Someone went in there and touched it up to make.
Do you actually know? Like, did you actually go and learn about how a lot of the shinies were made? It's literally just like they just changed the color tone and just like it's just like
it's a palette swap. Yeah, it's like based on like the last Pokemon before it or after it, whatever. Point is, why is Charizard black? And you know why? It's because Charizard was a popular Pokemon even when those games first came out, and they went in. And I can't prove it, but I know they did. This is my Pokemon conspiracy theory. They altered Charizard, and I would swear to God, on some of the other ones, they did it just to mess with other people. Like if you said, "Oh, my favorite Pokemon is this one," they went in there and they messed with your Pokemon.
What the hell?
What are you looking at now?
All right, this is. I feel like there's some trolling happening here. All right, so I was like looking on Pokemon sets, right? I was trying to find old ones for your Umbreon shit. And the set Darkness Ablaze is pretty damn legit. Like, actually, it is a very, very badass set. I love this set. Right? Except for the fact that there's no shiny Umbreon.
Or when did this come out?
It came in a while. It's within the Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? But it's like like 4 expansions ago. And I was like looking up booster boxes, and I see one, and it's like $212, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's relatively old, over $200, fine. Then right next to it is Pokemon Sword and Shield booster box for $89, and I'm like, what am I missing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then right next to that is another one for $57. I'm like, what am I missing here?
The very first one I typed in says 360 pieces Pokemon trading card game, Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze sealed booster box, 36 pack cards, $32.90. Are we looking at the same thing?
I don't know.
I
This is where like I start questioning life. This is where I start questioning things. All right, it's too cheap. All right, if you give me around $100, I'll believe you. All right, if you're telling me you can get 36 Pokemon packs for like $30, all right.
I am highly yes. It is very very.
I feel like I'm actually gonna
Um.
open it and get Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh wait, no. It looks like there's 8 packs. With one. Yeah, 8 packs.
Okay,
I don't know.
that makes more sense.
Okay.
Eight
Okay.
is
I can
very
see. I
different than
see.
36.
That is very true. But okay, down on eBay, Sword and Shield, Darkness Ablaze, Factory Sealed Booster Box, 36 count, and it's you can see it. They have a picture of it, $99.
Yeah, that's a great price. I honestly kind of wish I bought that. I'm looking at
Oh
the
wait,
set right
I think
now.
it's. Are you looking at the Spanish one because that makes sense why it's cheaper? I have to imagine that English cards
What?
are going to go for a little more.
I do
What?
not see I'm on Amazon. I do not see a Spanish option here.
Well, I'm on Google. I literally typed in. I went to shopping,
Fuck
and I'm
Google.
shopping on Google.
Fuck Google. All right. Oh,
I
also
mean,
completely like a side note. All right, but
yeah.
we saw I said we were gonna talk about this. All right. Uh, what are your thoughts on this new Discord thread system so we can get away from the Pokemon for a little bit?
I think it's pointless. I mean, it's kind
All
of
right.
cool. I guess it
And,
depends on how your Discord operates.
all right. Let's TLDR this for anyone who doesn't know. You obviously don't use Discord. And I say that as of obviously everyone should know because it's been out for less than a day now. It basically it allows you to make temporary channels that'll automatically disappear after a set period of time. That's the simplest way to describe it. So basically, let's say, we're in, like, if you really care about staying on topic in a Discord channel, let's pretend we're in the meme channel, and then Noctis starts talking about bananas. And then somebody was like, oh my gosh, I love bananas, especially when they're in the refrigerator. And then I was like, wait, this is the meme channel. We should take this conversation somewhere else. And then you can make a thread. And so you made basically a separate channel for you to continue your conversation. And it doesn't flood the current channel that you're in. That's
I
basically
mean,
it.
but what's the point in like you're not really I guess you're saying if you're trying to keep your channel on point,
Okay, so I'm
it
going to
kind of
quote,
makes sense.
this is literally, I'm quoting Boss here. All right, so
Okay.
as I was trying to explain to Boss what the hell a thread was. All right.
Yeah.
And she says, ooh, so for instance, that would be useful in the TV chat channel when talking about a specific show. Right? So basically, like, that's in the TV chat channel. If there's a bunch of people who want to talk about different shows, instead of everyone having like multiple conversations happening in one channel, you can have threads happen for the different shows, and then everyone can just talk in each of the channels, like organized. It basically is its purpose requires to have a shit ton of people talking in a channel at once
About different things. Because
about
to me,
different
like
things.
if let's say you're in the TV channel, hey, I just really like that brand new episode of Game of Thrones, and people are like, what brand new episode of Game of Thrones? Blah 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 blah. Now you're gonna tell me someone else is gonna come in and be like, man, I really want to talk about that new episode of Dexter. Man, my references are dated.
Yeah,
I don't watch
gonna
much TV.
say.
I recognize that. I don't watch much TV. Like the last. Well, I guess I watched Loki. That would have been a better. That would have been a better
Dexter.
reference.
Oh my god. Oh, when did Dexter come out?
2006, I think.
2013. 2006
Yeah.
to 2013.
Yep.
That's your reference for a TV show? Oh my gosh.
Listen, it was very popular to talk about. All right, we're talking about. I can't defend it. Like I said, that's a very dated reference, and I recognize that.
Holy shit.
Listen, like how? Okay, name a TV show. Go.
Adventure Time.
There you go. When did that come out? When did that end?
I'm looking it up. I don't think it ended though.
It definitely ended. I guarantee you that. I'd bet you cash money on that.
Adventure Time was canceled in 2018 apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
This,
My point,
it
like,
was canceled because the story arc of Finn the Human was over. He was approaching adulthood.
yeah. And Princess Bubblegum and Marceline got together.
Yeah, I
Yay,
don't know who
everyone
any of this.
happy.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Okay, you know Adventure Time, but you don't know who Princess Bubblegum is?
I'm judging by looking at pictures. I'm assuming she's the pink princess.
You would love her. She is science. She's very science. Actually, you would like Adventure Time, I think, because I don't think I've met anyone that's watched it and didn't like it. It's not quite as bubble. It's not part of the obvious pun. It's not kind of bubblegum sweet as Steven Universe. It has a little bit more. I won't say
I mean,
maturity.
all right.
Steve, because I'm watching Steven Universe.
So
But
feel
like
free to yell at me for this, but I just can't
okay,
deal with the art. Like it
yeah,
looks too. I don't know. I feel like simple is a bad word. Childish is a bad word. But like the art doesn't make me like want to look at it.
this is how you get canceled, man. You talk
I
shit
know.
about Adventure Time.
I know.
Like I think Adventure Time is like I can't. I'm trying to think of a one that works for us in the '90s. I don't know, the X-Men cartoon, Batman maybe. It's almost like the Batman the animated series for Gen Z.
Oh,
Because like
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. All right,
what's up?
that you did not just put Adventure Time and Batman the animated series in the same sentence. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Batman
No,
the animated series is like a treasure.
yeah, so is Adventure Time.
Uh,
I haven't even watched all of it. I've only watched parts of it. It's really good. Like I am amazed that they would make that complex, like emotionally complex of a show for kids like Adventure Time. Yes, Batman is good, and I love Batman. Batman animated series is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But I recognize the quality that Adventure Time brings to the table, and I think it would.
but that's you know, sure, you could say the great characters and the great story and the great writing. But I am shallow and I have to want to watch your show first before I can get hooked in your characters and writing. And I don't look at this show and I go, wow, this looks great.
I mean, Digimon is pretty popular nowadays, and look at it. Ugh.
Yeah, again, I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm saying it doesn't make me want to watch it. You have to lure me in first.
I mean, the ability to lure people in to me is not a symbol of its objective quality.
No,
Yes.
sure. No. I'm not saying that Adventure Time is objectively bad in any sense. I'm saying I have no interest in it. You know, it's kind of like, you know how you were talking about, like, you would say, like, hey, you know, just try it, like someone recommended to you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. You recommend to me something, I look at it. I go, is it visually pleasing to me? If not, it is very, like, unless there's some other big draw to it, I'm probably not going to give a shit.
Yeah, but there's plenty of examples of like shows that may not look the best.
No,
but
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm saying that I personally will probably not check them out without some other without a very compelling reason.
I get maybe Kate can talk you into it. I think you would enjoy it.
If someone wants to watch, with me, it's like, hey, let's watch. I'll be like, sure. I have no problem. I'm not going to go out of my way alone to watch Adventure Time.
She's a scientific princess, and she's pink. Like, even though it's like
great. You know how many anime I could find with better art that fit that exact criteria?
I mean, we're not dipping into your toes into anime. That doesn't count.
How does that not count? Like, I'm just saying, like, why would I watch? If my goal is scientific pink princess, why would I watch? If there's two shows I can watch, one that looks better than the other, why would I not watch the better looking one?
Because sometimes you get maybe. So you're saying the show is objectively, like, this isn't subjective taste. Objectively, it's just as good as it's objectively as good as Adventure Time. That is this other hypothetical show you're talking about?
No, I'm saying that I want to watch the potentially lesser show just because it looks better, even if it's objectively worse than Adventure Time.
So
My
you're,
goal is
so you're
not
okay
to
with
watch
watching a show that is objectively worse, but it's easier to look at, or
if in terms of I'm going to personally sit down and watch it on my own as a TV show, yes.
okay. See, that's, I guess,
Very specific scenario though. In terms of watching with other people, give me like I want the good shit. If I'm watching with other
yeah.
people, if I'm watching by myself, I don't. I want to have like.
But
Pretty shit.
sometimes it, like, I agree. I feel like anything that you watch obviously has a visual component to it, but it's also it's a visually interesting show as well, outside of a more standard character. Like, I can't even think of the word. Now I'm losing my train of thought. Outside of a standard character design, we'll call it. Because yes, Finn and Jake don't look like a human and a dog from other shows, but the fact that Jake is a bipedal dog with like morphing powers, it creates some interesting visual elements that you wouldn't get outside of a show that goes more conventional than that.
Possibly,
Yeah,
possibly. Yeah. Again, it's just one of those things. I'm shallow. That's basically the TLDR of it.
I mean that's one way of looking at it. I don't like. I agree. Like I felt that way about Steven Universe. In that, when I watched the,
it's like some people, in myself,
yeah,
because sometimes want to watch shows not for the quality of the show. It's called trash taste. Basically, you're not watching something because it's good.
yes, but how many times can you watch High School of the Dead before you're like, you know what? Maybe I've seen enough big titty anime girls, and I want to watch something different.
I mean, I don't know if that's your best argument. I don't know if that's really the best argument you should be making for your point, but I rarely watch an anime multiple times.
There is more to life. Oh, really?
I'll read a manga like 5 times. It's very hard for me to watch an anime multiple times these days. I used to watch anime, rewatch anime more back in the day, but generally nowadays when I watch it once, that's it.
Well, it's a lack of time. I can get through 100 chapters.
Yeah, there's too much. There's too much anime to watch.
Day.
All right, there's too much anime to watch. All right.
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch something new.
Well, I think
I watch High School of the Dead. I'll watch High School of the Dead. I'll get my big titty anime goth girl whatever, and then I'll go watch another show with big titty anime girls.
But maybe there's more to life than big titty anime girls, tFay.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. That's why I watch Gundam.
You watch Gundam? God damn it! All right, I mean that show is lacking in that department. God damn it!
That's where you get your serious political dramas.
Yeah, I guess I've already said I don't really. We said that on another podcast episode where we talked about animes that get a little too much grief. And my favorite, my favorite one is we've already talked about my favorite Gundam. It's not the original political thriller. It is the trash 90s. That's something I could watch for some fun.
Yes, G Gundam is really easy to watch repetitively, but a big difference is also, all right, I have to watch it dubbed because I need to be playing in the background while I do something else. I could not take that seriously to sit down, watch it subbed, and only just watch that.
I couldn't imagine what it's like to binge that. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine what that's like to binge that. Maybe that's kind of a sign of how good of anything is can you sit down and watch multiple episodes of it? Because I'm thinking of what it would be like to watch it over and over and over and over again, and I think it would get very old very quickly.
I mean, there's some great lines in G Gundam, in English. It's like Master Asia is the best. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be master of North, South, West, and East. I'll be master Asia. Like Jesus Christ.
See, I'm telling. See, there's another great, a great dub. Is it? Maybe it's not uh accurate to the story at all, but it's a fantastic. I just love that anime. It's so dumb, and I'm okay with
Yes,
that.
that's what, but that's trash taste. That's
Yeah,
enjoying a show, even if it's
yeah.
ridiculous, and
No,
there's
I'm not
nothing
saying
wrong with
I'm
that.
not.
That's
Yeah,
personality.
yes, but there's so the reason I enjoy it, and I haven't, though I haven't watched it in 15, 16 years, is because I like to go outside that range and watch some different stuff. You know, I try and every now and then I just try and watch an old movie I've never watched before because you see something new. Maybe it's the acting is interesting, the directing is different. Yes,
Okay,
I should go outside my range and watch more stuff out of Bollywood because holy shit, some of the stuff is insane.
so would you rather? All right, if you
Yeah.
had to go, if you had to binge something, right? Would you
Hmm.
rather binge an old show that it's really, really long, but you know it's good, or would you rather binge multiple shows and let's just pretend they're all equally good, like in that same time frame? Like, do you
Oh,
think it's
second one.
the second one? Because I
Yeah,
find
no,
myself
no.
like if I think back to how I binge anime, it's almost always the first one. It is so hard for me. If you say an anime is like 13 episodes, I'll take 10 years to get through it. I have like no interest to binge it because I'm like, well, there's no committing. Like, oh, you binge it and then you get to the end and then that's it and then it's over. But
Yeah.
like, if you tell me like there's like 200 episodes, and so like binging is like a requirement. It like me, I feel like I'm getting something done. Like I'm getting a chunk done. You know, let's use One Piece as an example. Like I could binge an entire arc. I'm like, yes, yes, that, and then
It's
there's more. I don't want to
like
binge, you know,
yeah,
13 episode
binge
anime and then it's over.
yeah, yeah, binge the Dressrosa arc. I'd love to see that. How many episodes is that? Because I know it's like 60 chapters.
I mean, I as a kid I used to binge all of Naruto until I got to the filler arcs, and then I was like, nope, time to start something
So,
else.
so did you read the Naruto manga before watching Naruto? Is
I watched the ad for Naruto specifically. I believe I watched the anime first, then
okay.
the in on English in Toonami. Then I read some of the manga because I wanted to see what happens next, and
Okay.
then I started watching the anime on in Japanese with Japanese subtitles on YouTube when I learned that was a thing. Um, because I wanted content and I couldn't just keep affording to buy manga at the time because I was a high schooler. And then I learned how to read manga online, and then I dived into that. Kind of like back and forth. Naruto was like me learning how to ingest the medium outside of just paying for it in America.
I was trying to look up the Dressrosa arc in the anime and see how long it is. 118 episodes. Are you serious? Holy moly. I mean that's not insane, I guess. Since people binge like Game of Thrones seasons like 1 through 6. But that's still, oh my god. 118. How many I wonder what the average length is. Let's say 22 minutes. That is 108 days worth of show. Am I doing my math right? I might not be doing my yeah,
I don't know.
100
I'm too
and
lazy to check math. I'm gonna assume you're correct.
118, right? Times 22 because you have 118 episodes times 22 minutes. That brings you to 2596 minutes worth of content. Divide that by 24 hours in a day. That's 108 days. Okay. I'm feeling more confident now. 108 days to get through Dressrosa. Oh my god. I don't think like I'll have to start watching it soon just so I can finish it before I die. Jesus Christ. I love it. It's cool. I think they're on Dressrosa in the dub, so that kind of makes it worth it, and it explains why it's taken them so long.
I
I think they were.
mean,
Yes, I know how I know how you feel. That
that
came up. Oh my god. Huh. Which is funny because like I got through the manga in like a month.
actually, here, all right. Here's actually a different kind of. I don't know if we discussed this. All right. Do
Uh-huh.
you prefer to have your very, very singular story heavy anime, or like where you cannot miss an episode or else you're fucked? All right.
Oh, you
Or
did
would
you. Uh, I
like
will say this. I just realized I was doing my math wrong, and you didn't catch it.
I
So when I
literally
say
said I was
20,
not paying attention to it at all.
I listen. And that's why I went over it with you, hoping you would catch it. It's not 25. It's 25.96 divided by 60. That tells you it's 43 hours. Okay, that makes more sense. So
Sure,
43 and a quarter hours to get through Dressrosa. Okay.
sure. The point is though, would you
Yeah.
rather would you rather, because like if you're gonna say anime like G Gundam, right? You could very easily miss episodes and it would not matter. Right? Yu-Gi-Oh! You could very easily miss episodes and it would not matter. All right? If you miss an episode and like I'm just gonna pick like a random classic here, like Angel Beats. If you miss an episode
Okay.
of Angel Beats, you're fucked. If you miss an episode of I don't actually know that many. Clannad, you're fucked.
So what are you getting at here?
I'm
I'm kind
based
of
no, no,
curious.
I'm not really getting it. I was just asking, do you prefer your anime where like there is every moment of your time watching that anime is important and integral to the story it's trying to tell, or would you rather like, I just kind of I just kind of prefer the shit happens and you can watch it random episodes. Each episode just kind of its own enjoyable thing. Like, if you're gonna pick, or if I'm gonna watch G Gundam again, I can
Yeah.
start it pretty much anywhere, and I'll be fine. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't need a recap on anything. It's just, hey, I want to watch this fight. Like, great. A lot of
I mean,
anime that's story heavy, I feel
yeah.
like you have to start from the beginning and you cannot skip shit. Otherwise, you're like, unless you have the memory of the gods, you're like missing out on like the
I mean,
experience.
then you're almost talking about like how much filler can you have in an episode of story? How much story is integral to the story? Because like a Dragon Ball Z, you could really sum up the Boo arc as this evil thing appeared. Vegeta betrayed everyone and then sacrificed himself. Boo's here, and you're already halfway done with the arc. And then it ends with Goku beating him because that's how two of the three Dragon Ball Z arcs. Well, I guess Saiyan Saga. Yeah, no. So two of the four arcs. And is
What
it
the
a
fuck?
Saiyan arc or is it Saiyan
Wait, are you talking
Saga?
about? It's sagas, and if you're talking about Dragon Ball Z, but there's a lot more than four sagas in Dragon Ball Z.
You have the Saiyan Saga. You have and like okay. Would you agree Saiyan Saga? Then you have the Frieza Saga, and then Android and Cell kind of get lumped in together because the androids are literally part of Cell. And then you have the Boo Saga. So in my book, you have four.
Okay, you're vastly grouping them. Like, I don't know. Like, we can make an argument all of a sudden. I don't know if we. I feel like we need more of Dragon Ball Z fans here about what you can, because they're like the Boo saga. You have like Majin Buu. Yeah, right. You have like Bobby, Majin
Yeah.
Buu, Super Buu, and Kid Buu are all technically a different saga.
Technically, they're different like arcs of the Boo Saga in my book because they're all Majin Buu. There's different versions of him. That's different transformations of Boo. You have Fat Boo, then you have the Evil Boo gets sucked out of him, and then they fight, and then Evil Boo eats Fat Boo, and then that's Super Boo. And Super Boo eats a bunch of people and stays Super Boo until Fat Boo gets pulled out again. Then we're back to Kid Boo, or Majin Buu as isn't that supposed to be his original form? Because Fat Boo
Kid Buu is
had
the original
the one
form.
Kai. No,
Kid
Fat Boo is
No,
not.
Kid Buu is
It
the original form. and he turned
Yeah.
into Majin Buu because he absorbed the Kai,
Yeah.
and the Kai's personality kind of like pseudo took over, something like that. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, yes, you have different Boos, but it's all Majin Buu. He's the big bad
Okay,
that
all right.
Goku has to be.
First of all right, I'm gonna be pseudo nerdy here. All right, just because they're all technically one Buu, they're like Super Buu. Right, Majin Buu is cool, and Kid Buu is cool. Super Buu sucks. All right.
Really,
I
you
hate
like
every-
Super? Like you don't like Super Buu?
I hate Super Buu. All right. It's just there's nothing good about that saga. It's just him literally absorbing people and them getting their ass. Maybe I also just need some kind of victory. There's no victory in that saga.
Yeah, but okay. In that arc, we're gonna call it because it's not a saga.
Dragon Ball Z says
th-
sagas.
In the Super Buu arc, we have
Super saga.
lots
Continue.
of cool stuff. We have Goten and Trunks fusing.
Don't care.
That was pretty cool.
I hate their fusion. I hate their fusion.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
You don't like Gotenks. A lot of people like
I,
Gotenks.
I don't like Gotenks. It's literally them. Like it's like you don't feel all right. To me, there's an epicness that I want in my fusions. There's an epicness that like yes, they fused. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. You're done. It's like even if it was only Super Saiyan, when Goku turned Super Saiyan against Frieza for the first time, you feel that epicness. After 5 hours of Goku charging up to get to Super Saiyan 3, you feel that epicness and you watch him kick Boo's ass. When Gotenks fuses, you're like, all right. And then they're like, oh, well, we summon ghosts and we play games. And
Exactly. Oh my god, it'd be a shame if we see some characters get creative with their fucking powers. No, we gotta watch Vegeta use the Gallic gun in Final Flash again. Because that's all they fucking do.
If I wanted creativity in my characters, I wouldn't be watching Dragon Ball Z.
That is one way of looking at it, I guess. But that's I
you
welcome.
Have expectations. You have expectations. You do not watch G Gundam and expect your serious plot. All right. You don't watch, Clanad and expect people in helicopters to come in like in the last second with some weird comedy shit.
Like, there's plenty. I feel like that's one of the problems with Dragon Ball Z. I think it's one of the problems with Dragon Ball Super. It's not nearly as funny as Dragon Ball. I think
it's not. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. Dragon Ball. This is like confirmed fact. Dragon Ball was designed to be more comedy with some martial arts in it.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z but Dragon Ball Z and Super were not designed to be comedies. They're designed to be action series.
It's 100% the fight. Like everything we just said about the Buu saga is based around the fight. It's not about anything else.
Dragon Ball is not a fighting series. It's a comedy so of course it's gonna be funnier.
And maybe that's my problem with like Dragon Ball Z created this like idea of what Dragon Ball needs to be, which is just Goku and Vegeta giving like angry fuck me eyes to each other for episodes after episodes after episodes, and then some bad guy shows up, which all the other characters can't fight because they're all too weak. Because martial arts don't mean anything unless you're a magic Saiyan with magic healing powers. Like Dragon Ball Super, it didn't like it was such a joke.
Are you unfamiliar with the power fantasy genre? It's like one of the most. It's such a trending genre these days.
But it's so boring.
Oh my gosh, no! It's so great. It's great.
You get like 5 minutes of dopamine, and then you were left with nothing.
It. Watching characters kick everyone's ass is great.
You mean watching Goku kick everyone's ass? Even Vegeta doesn't get to kick everybody's ass. This dude is second fiddle to Goku by design. He anytime he passes Goku, he literally lets the enemy get more powerful, whoop his ass, and then Goku gets stronger and beats him. Like that's all Vegeta's good for, and that's a joke. To me.
Vegeta is literally he's like the straight man to Goku, but like in an action form. Like if you took away Vegeta, Goku's like boring. You need to see two sides of the getting, and it's sort of alluded to more in Super, right? Goku is the more carefree, natural prodigy character who's just naturally gifted at fighting, and Vegeta's the one who you can argue stupid, sure. And Vegeta's the one who trains really hard. He's pride. He has reasons. He's doing it for his race.
Have you missed how Goku trains more than Vegeta does?
Goku does not train more than like at the beginning of the series. Like
easily he trains more than Vegeta. It isn't until Goku becomes Super Saiyan that Vegeta has to, just so that he can be sort of on league with any of the villains they come across.
Yeah, that's called development. Vegeta actually gets developed. Goku does not have character development.
No, Goku does not have character development because we are talking about a series after Dragon Ball where the entire point of it is just to watch cool fights. That's why no one rewatches Dragon Ball Z anymore, because you don't need to rewatch it. Just go back and Google Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. Gohan beats Perfect Cell. Like, you don't need to watch the series anymore. You just need to watch these little bit of moments to give you just that, like,
that's
memory
most series. That's a lot of series, and that's why I was commenting on this, like, you know, ones where you can skip everything, like the I guess you could say clip shows, where it's not really so much the full animes, it's moments, versus other series which are like everything matters. Like, you have to watch the full thing. Like,
then I guess, yeah, cuts. It sounds like to me a show that needs to be cut down. I would like.
No one's disagreeing. Well, no. All right. See, here's the question for you. That's literally what Dragon Ball Kai is.
Yeah.
And Kai sucked. If you're gonna like, nobody likes Kai. Now you can argue it's a nostalgia factor.
I'm curious why Kai.
I don't know. I never watched Kai because I didn't care. Like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't watch it to know it's bad. I'm just saying that the ratings for Kai are terrible. Nobody cared about Kai, even though Kai did what everyone said they wanted. They wanted Dragon Ball Z, but cut down and only the important stuff, and that's what Kai did.
Maybe it's because you don't get the same kick.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's the kind of people don't know what people always say things. This is personal bias here. People always say they want something, and then when you give it to them, they don't care anymore. All right, let's make this a streamer thing, just to be on streamer podcast on for about a minute. All right, like,
wait, we talking about streams on this podcast?
Like, let's say Noctis. Everyone's like, oh, Noctis, we want you to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. We want you to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. We're like, let's pretend you have literally 50 people in the Discord saying, if you play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, I'm gonna be there. And you're like, fine. I absolutely have noticed that I'm gonna hate the experience, but 50 of you are promising me you're gonna be there. I'll do it. All right. And you go live and you play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and you have like no viewers.
That's time to delete my account, because I am never playing that game, and if I do so and I'm not rewarded with viewers, then I did it for nothing, and I hate it.
That's the phenomenon when it comes to Kai, in my opinion. People didn't want Dragon Ball Z with less content. That's what they thought they wanted. I
don't think people want Dragon Ball Z anymore.
Well, that's almost kind of my main point. Dragon Ball Z is just not objectively a great, especially by the time Kai came out, even more so now. It doesn't hold up. All right? Like, it's like an old video game. Like, you can say, oh, I love my old retro video games. Like, it doesn't hold up, all right? You can have your nostalgia for it all you want, all right? But it is not objectively good if you're going to compare it to other games now.
Yeah, but I would say what I'm getting at is people, like, they're trying to make a new Zelda game, but base it around what people liked about Ocarina of Time, for example.
What people liked about Ocarina of Time? I don't know what people liked about Ocarina of Time.
I don't know. I don't either. I've never played it.
Is there anyone in the live chat who wants to come in just to tell us why people liked Ocarina of Time?
But that's not. But what Breath of the Wild apparently is super different than every other Zelda game, and it's one of the most popular Zelda games. Do something new, and I think that's one of my problems with Dragon Ball Z. Is by the time the Buu Saga rolls around, it's just fight after fight after fight, and they don't really have much emotional stakes anymore.
Well, that's
like Vegeta sacrificing 100%. Himself.
Well, that's because the mechanic of the Dragon Balls really makes it so it's like All right, the first time people died, Piccolo dying to Nappa, Goku
Yeah.
dying. I forgot what's the first time he died. It meant something because they were dead for a while, and there was an impact, and it was a struggle to get the Dragon Balls and bring them back to life.
I think technically he somehow died when Commander Tao fought him, and then he somehow came back. Was kind like that was almost the implied like vibe of it. I'm guessing they just said, "Oh no, he didn't actually die. He just almost died." Like, are you sure? Because he wasn't moving and he got buried. He was buried for a while before waking up. And then he died when Piccolo shot him with the we're gonna call it the what is it? The special drill cannon,
Special beam cannon.
special beam cannon, something like that. No, I don't know. I don't want more of the same. I want to see some. Also, your use of the Dragon Balls. You're right. It'd be crazy if they did a Dragon Ball series where they talked about the overuse of the Dragon Balls is a bad thing and can lead to bad things. Can you imagine if they did a Dragon Ball show like that?
Yeah.
And the fans hated it.
Hey, first of all, the fans didn't hate GT, which doesn't exist, because of the Dragon Ball being bad. They hated it because everything outside of that was bad.
It's not. I like oh my god. I'm sorry
No,
we don't
it's
have
not
people
bad.
yelling at
It's
each
not
other
good.
and doing fights that
All
don't
right?
matter.
You cannot center a series around Trunks and Pam and expect it to be good. Okay?
They did a freaking future arc based around Trunks, and then people
Yeah,
seem
and
to love it.
and that Trunks was cooler than GT Trunks.
Oh my god, it'd be a shame if we had a young, a couple of young fighters that don't know what they're doing. No, you're right. GT would have been so much better if it had been just Goku and Vegeta
Yeah, all right. You're telling
yelling
me,
at each other.
You have young fighters who don't know what they're doing. All right, show me the development where they get. All right, if you're gonna have young fighters who don't know what they're doing, all right, then they're supposed to be them progressing and getting better and stronger to the point where they know what they're doing. That's what makes an action series exciting, right? There's none of that. It's them basically just bullshitting their way through a bunch of fights, and it's still relying on Goku, but they scaled everything down by making him a child, so that way when he beats a dude, but when he beats one of the evil dragons, it's not a one-sided stomp fest.
Well, maybe we don't maybe we don't have a friggin' Dragon Ball be only about Goku.
That's fine.
Let's get crazy
fine
here.
with that. I'm not saying GT.
You're not fine with that.
No, I'm saying GTs should not have been centered around shitty Trunks and Pam. There's tons of other characters in the Dragon Ball universe. Why Trunks and Pam? All right,
because there's fans, and you can't have a Dragon Ball series without Saiyans anymore.
Fine, there's other Saiyans. Watch the 1300 movies where they introduce all these other Saiyans you don't know about. Like hell.
It's weird that all of these all of these movies from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, based around these other characters, aren't good, and no one liked them. It's like that's what Dragon Ball Z is. It's Goku. It's like Pokemon and Pikachu at this point. It's not Pokemon without Pikachu. And that's a shame to people that like Pokemon like Rellencamps. I mean, maybe I like Probopass. I'm just gonna name off forgotten Pokemon.
Okay, first of all, you saying Probopass is like you saying Dojins in the comic argument, alright? Really? Probopass?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's not as bad a Pokemon. Maybe I want to talk about Lumion. Like, there's so many Pokemon outside.
Talk about Probopass. What do you like? Even describe... What can you tell me about Probopass?
He has a great personality.
What is his... what is he unique? What is unique about Probopass? All right, I bet I can tell you more about Probopass than you can.
Okay, what do you want to know? What name it and...
All right, what is the unique thing about... All right, if you're a fan of Probopass, all right, what is the unique thing about Probopass?
He's got a very unique design. That's kind of cool.
Okay, what about... what is Probopass designed off of?
I'm guessing the Easter Island heads.
Yes, the Easter Island head, and... Where do you think the pass in Probopass comes from?
I don't know.
It comes from a compass.
Oh, that makes so much sense. See, this is a great Pokemon design that not enough people talk about. All
I'm just
right.
saying, if you're like, I love Probopass, you don't even know anything about it.
Oh no, no. I'm not saying I love Probopass. I'm saying that we have a lot of Pokemon that are getting left out in the cold because we got to shoehorn Pikachu,
I am
Mewtwo, and Charizard in the
100%. I
games.
am 100% in agreement with you. I just say the Probopass
Okay.
was a shitty example.
You know what? Maybe I would love to see. Let's show me Probopass in Pokemon Unite. He could be a defender, right? He's Rock Steel. That's a pretty good combo. I think he'd be a great addition to Pokemon Unite. You know what? Hashtag add Probopass to Pokemon
Wait,
Unite.
you
All
want?
right. What?
What would he even do? I don't know. Maybe I have to look at Crossbow. I'm just trying to think. Rock types don't have defensive moves.
No, but he's Steel type. Yeah, he's very defensive.
I guess the Steel type, fine. I keep thinking of him as a Rock first, but yes, he's a Steel type.
Like Crustle is a defender. He's a rock bug. When have you ever known a bug to be a good defensive type?
I don't know.
Exactly, and they put Crustle into the game.
I mean, as long as it's not Cramorant, putting in Cramorant would be terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine someone putting that in there.
I mean, we can talk about underrated Pokemon, but we can agree that Cramorant should not be in Pokemon Unite.
You know what? I want to meet someone that said, like, I've always held the notion that every Pokemon is someone's favorite, and I would love to meet someone's whose favorite Pokemon is Cramorant that didn't involve meme.
This
culture.
this is my thing. When you say every Pokemon is someone's favorite, I can acknowledge that every Pokemon is someone's top 10 or something like that. I don't see an argument. I don't see how people can argue why they like some of these Pokemon over every other Pokemon. Like, what do they like? You're gonna tell me that someone likes Probopass over every other Pokemon that exists?
Yeah, but see what it comes down to is maybe your game, like how you play through a Pokemon game, is different than other people. Maybe a person played through. I'm trying to think of what gen Probopass came out. Pardon me. Do you remember off the top of your head?
Looking it up.
He's Gen 4, I'm pretty
He's
sure.
Gen 4.
Yeah. So let's say you play Pokemon Diamond, and Probopass ended up being a great Pokemon for you, and you form a bond with him. Everyone's like favorite Pokemon is
weird.
Is kind of unique.
I never form bonds with my Pokemon when I play a game. Maybe that's my thing.
Do you name your Pokemon out of curiosity when you play?
Some gens. But even if I I don't form a bond with the Pokemon. I just name the same names I name everything. I don't know.
See,
I don't form bonds with my characters. I don't put myself in the position of the character.
Yeah, okay, this is definitely a you thing because Pokemon, 100%. Most people I talk about it in the forms of you bond with your Pokemon.
I don't see how you can justify bonding with your Pokemon when then you just turn them into egg breeding machines at the end of the game.
Not everyone does that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't breed for competitiveness. They play to get through the main storyline. I would love to know the number of people.
Okay, so I get to the main storyline, but when do I form a bond with my Pokemon?
Because they were with you. They were with you when you were like training them and making them. There's a game with grinding as Pokemon.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, all right, like, okay. I mean,
why is Gardevoir your favorite Pokemon?
Because it looks awesome.
Okay,
that's
one form of bonding.
There's no bonding. I just look at it and say it just looks good. It is just superficial. That's it.
Actually, I can't even. Umbreon is my favorite, based 100% on design.
There's no bond.
Never used.
I'm not.
Oh right. Yeah, I did. Okay, I almost said I had never used Umbreon until that the gym leader challenge. I did when I played Black and White, And as I'm playing it, I found out you can get EVs in that game. Like,
Okay.
you can just freely
if
catch
you're
them.
doing a Nuzlocke and it matters when your Pokemon dies and you have and you can get a Pokemon from the beginning to the end of the game, sure. I can see you having a bond. But when objectively I go, okay, all right, I'm playing my Pokemon game. It's the main storyline. All right, if a Pokemon dies, I just go to the Pokemon Center or I just use an item and revive it. Like, there's no bonding there.
See, that's so different. I guess, okay, fine. I'll put myself out there and say I'm different. Nuzlocks make me bond with my Pokemon less. Because a lot of times you're going to have these Pokemon that you have with you for like 2 hours and then they're gone. Because you died with them. Oh well. So you never form those bonds with your Pokemon.
Legitimately explain to me. This is not for the sake of argument. Explain to me how you form a bond in Pokemon playing casually through the game normally, like through the main story. Like,
okay, especially with your starters, especially for your starters, and especially if it's your first Pokemon game. We're talking about a game you're handed as a kid.
okay,
and they tell you
my
which
very
one of these three.
my very first Pokemon game, I literally soloed the game with Blastoise, and I didn't train anything else. I remember being able to beat the league finally at level 93 exactly, and then decided to start training other Pokemon and got bored. But that doesn't make me suddenly love Blastoise.
I think it makes a lot of people love their Pokemon.
No, I'm saying that I personally had about as bonding as you could get, whereas my first Pokemon game, I only used one Pokemon, and I even remember the exact level that Pokemon was when I beat the game. Like, I have memories that, but I don't have a bond with, I don't go, oh, I love Blastoise. Right? It was just like, all right, that was my first experience. That's my memories of Blastoise. That doesn't create an association with me loving Blastoise.
I think you are unique in this aspect then.
I'm agreeing with you that I'm unique in this aspect. I just need someone to explain to me how you form a bond with your Pokemon. because
like I said, pick your first Pokemon. You don't know what that really means. And they show you these cute creatures. Pick your favorite. Most people, when they're playing Red and Blue, they see the fire lizard. That's the one I want. Or the water turtle, which I recognize is a good choice. It's not as good as Charmander, but whatever. Just kidding. Calm down. Anyway, you're given this Pokemon, and you're told, go explore the world. Let's say you do kill, your Pokemon does die. You take it to the Pokemon Center, and that's cathartic because you're not losing your Pokemon, which is nice. When you lose your Pokemon, any future growth is gone. Now you get to the gym leader. You get to Brock, and let's say you were dumb and picked the fire lizard. Time to learn very quickly that was a bad choice because its fire attacks don't do as much damage. Whoa, this is weird. Okay, let's say you lose that battle. You go to the Pokemon Center and you try again. Finally, you beat Brock. Let's say it took you 2 times, and you feel great. Next up, you go on to the next, and you just keep encountering more and more challenges.
I'm still waiting when the bonding comes in. Where's the bond?
Because you're going through challenges together.
No, there's no bond. The challenge is me strategically figuring out how to beat a gym leader with a bunch of numbers. And I go, all right, I have this Pokemon. This Pokemon is the best suited for the battle. It's not, I'm going to win with the power of friendship. Or my Pokemon isn't stronger because I formed a bond with it. All right? Like, there's no correlation between me. Like, you're creating an imaginary relationship with your Pokemon because it's a picture in your party.
Listen, me and Sriracha, which is my Charmander, because I got to name him, and he's a spicy little lizard, so we're calling him Sriracha. We encounter challenges together. We overcome them together. And it's such a good feeling, and it feels great. And you go into the next challenge. That's how you bond.
Overcome. You could maybe it's just like I literally go. All right, I have a Charmander. I can literally just sit there and tell myself, all right, I need to be at this level, know these moves to beat this gym leader, these levels to beat this, and there's no bond.
How did you do that in the first Pokemon game? How on earth did you know what to do?
It was very there's no know what to do. It's you keep battling. I told you I soloed with Blastoise, which means I literally just kept fighting the gym leaders and grinding over and over again until I beat them. There's no strategy involved.
How do you not come across Pidgey and say, "Wow, that's kind of a cute little bird"?
I caught
Catch
them. I
him,
just never
and
used
then
them.
and then when he evolves, he grows
Because
as a character,
it's
and it feels
literally
great.
the Breath of the Wild thing. I just chose straight up. Straight was my optimal route. So using one Pokemon because he was stronger to beat everything was more optimal to me for beating the game rather than grinding up someone of a lower level when I had a strong Pokemon that could already kill things. The only downside
tFay,
was I
you
ran
okay?
out of PP, and then I just
Are
have
you
to go
okay?
heal. What do you mean, am I okay?
Because it doesn't sound like you were okay. It sounds like you had a tough life, and forming emotional bonds with people was hard for you. I'm glad we're on here and we can talk about our feelings.
I'm just too logical. Maybe that's my issue. I'm too mathematical and logical. It's like, I chose my Pokemon superficially. All right, I can love the Pokemon superficially, but I'm not gonna love the particular Pokemon because, like, like if I beat a Pokemon game and you tell me to restart, I'm like, okay. And I'm not gonna go. I lost my Charmander that I went through.
Okay, I would love to know the numbers on that of how many people start a new game, because I gotta be honest, I only started a new game for Pokemon Shield because I transferred the ones I had into Pokemon Home. I wouldn't have restarted it
every
otherwise.
Pokemon game I played, I think except for Sword and Shield, I restarted.
That's I can't. I have like 10 Pokemon games with complete files that I will never delete. I will never start a new game without getting like transferring the Pokemon first.
I have no attachment to these Pokemon.
I will admit the second time I played through Pokemon Shield, I don't feel the same attachment to them, to be honest. Like the ones that I beat on stream, I don't feel as attached to as the first time I played through the game. Because I'm going through, and I don't see. Did you look up the gyms when you played Pokemon Shield? Did you look up all the gyms?
Yeah.
Or did you just go through it blind?
I looked up all the gyms.
See, that's where we differ. I did not. I like meeting. I like feeling this new, like, what am I gonna face? Yes, it doesn't always work like that. The fairy and the ice were very clear, but
yeah, all right. First of all, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I don't think it's the best example if you want to go to a gym blind, because it's very clear, very early on what the type is. Consider that you literally see all the gym leaders at the beginning of the game, but in Pokemon Sword and Shield, yeah, they have the competition. Like they have all the gym leaders like walking in like in a line.
I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, you got me there.
That's like unique to Pokemon Sword and Shield, is you see the gym leaders before the gyms. But say no. But it's like I always want to say I want to play a Pokemon game blind, but, and this is just an example, but more to prove my point, Spinda exists. All right, and I know it may not say. I want to go in a Pokemon game blind. The problem is I never want to be stuck trying to evolve Pokemon when I don't know if they can even evolve. And like that's just sort of my thing. Like I can't justify myself going to blind because like I could, let's say I find a Spinda, right? And I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's early in the game. It's a cute bear. You assume it evolves into something, and so you spend the time grinding it up. You spend the time, you try using items, and you got nothing. And then you
just wasted your time. Spinda doesn't evolve?
No, I'm saying that I'm just looking for any single evolution Pokemon. Or like, let's say, all right, you get your Eevee, right? Let's pretend like, and you don't know that, the Pokemon don't learn any more moves when you use a stone on it. Right? Or I don't know if Eevee's one of them, but like, let's just say Vulpix, because I know that's one of the
games. You are correct that Eevee. Right. No, Eevee does learn.
So basically, regardless. Sorry, let's say Pikachu, Pikachu, right? Standard Pokemon. Use the Thunderstone Pikachu as soon as you get one, pretty early in the game. And then it doesn't learn any more moves. Then you're like, fucked. And they're like, well.
Yeah, but you don't know you're fucked.
Yeah,
and
but
right,
you do.
it's
but
still a very viable Pokemon.
You're going to be literally leveling up pro. Like, why am I not learning any more moves? Why am I not learning any more moves? Why am I not learning any more moves? Like, you just basically like are like grinding, looking. You want to see what it evolves into, but then it never evolves. Or like, let's say Glaceon and Leafeon, right? Like, oh, you have to grind, you have to level it up in this very particular spot. But who's gonna think of this?
Yeah, but that's why you have TMs, which help.
No,
Which
TMs is
help,
fine.
like,
TMs is fine. My point is like
especially
it's too
not on a randomizer.
inconsistent. It's too inconsistent about what Pokemon can evolve and how they evolve for me to justify going into it blind. Because you're definitely not going into like you're not getting a difficulty spike if you go to a Pokemon game blind. All right, let's be honest. So what are you really getting out of a blind? Like,
see, it feels like you're not playing a game to experience it. It sounds like you're trying to maximize your time spent in the game.
Almost
is what
always.
you were describing to me, and
Almost
that
always.
is exhausting. Oh my god, just
Why
sit
did you
down
think-
and play the game.
Well, that requires me to. All right, Chris Tales, I will admit, Chris Tales, I am legitimately just enjoying the game. It is one of those few games where I'm not trying to maximize, optimize that game. But many games, I just have like, I'm like, all right, how the hell can I optimize this shit?
Yeah,
Like,
see, it sounds like you're not going to bond with Pokemon no matter what happens.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. I literally used to play RPGs. Pokemon is an example of this, where I'd get the part way into the game, and then I restart it and do it again with a more optimized route. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this Pokemon here and this Pokemon here, and then like I'm gonna use this Pokemon. Like, it's all optimized.
Then it sounds like you are beating the game. Congratulations. You missed the point. You played yourself, right?
What's the point?
You played yourself to bond with your Pokemon, to experience an adventure.
This is Sky Children of Light all over again, where I'm like, how do I have fun in this game? And they're like, just play. I'm like, okay, but what am I doing? They're like, you just play and you have fun. I'm like, how? And they're like, you just experience it. And I'm like, well, where's the fun in that? Like, I need, like, I need something tangible.
Do you like music? I mean, like, do you like movies? I don't know. How do you like stuff? That's beyond me.
How do I like stuff? What do you mean? How do I like stuff? If it's just good and I want to see what happens next, I'll continue watching the movie or the TV show.
Then why is a game different than a movie for you?
Because the game is not just watching it. In the game, I'm trying to accomplish something. So I want to be able to accomplish it.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're going to accomplish unless you look it up beforehand.
No, that's just for Pokemon. Because Pokemon, it has, like, I don't look up every game beforehand. Just Pokemon.
Then that sounds like a very weird way to play an RPG.
Because Pokemon is not difficult, even if you go in blind. I play Pokemon because I want to build the team that I want. I look at all the Pokemon that are going to be in the game, and then I say, I want this, 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 and this, and I figure out how to get those Pokemon, and then I get those Pokemon. That's how.
See, I have felt that urge before. To look ahead and see what Pokemon are in a game. But if I know what Pokemon are in the game, and I know what the gym leaders are, you're robbing the fun of the discovery of those things.
I tried that once. I literally tried that once, and I was bored out of my mind. Then again, I also tried it with Pokemon Sun and Moon, so that might have been a very poor choice of games to experiment that on.
Sun and Moon, I will admit, are probably my least favorite Pokemon games that I've played.
I legitimately tried playing Pokemon Sword and Moon very blind. Absolutely 100% blind. And I was bored. And I didn't care. I think the only thing that I was fascinated with, that I even remember, maybe if I was fascinated with anything else, I don't remember it, was seeing my owl evolve into an archer, and that was awesome. That was it.
Did you know so you didn't know what it looked like beforehand?
I don't remember knowing what it looked like beforehand. If I don't know, like I literally remember. I remember that particular game. I went through it not looking everything up beforehand. Like I saw some teasers and basically stuff like that. But like for example, I was one of those people who thought like the Ultra Beasts, because they looked like the characters in the game, I thought that the people turned into the Ultra Beast, and I was excited, and then I was disappointed.
I know. I
was like-
wanted some Digimon
I was so no,
Frontier
I
as well.
legitimately played, and then I was like, well, going in blind was stupid. I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm like,
But I don't know, maybe Arceus,
Goddamn.
depending on how Arceus is, I could argue I might go into that blind. I don't even know if
you
I
can't go into it. It's a Gen 4 remake.
Arceus?
We know the Pokemon in Gen 4.
No,
or wait,
yeah,
no,
no.
never mind.
What? Arceus is
Okay.
not. It's a completely new
Wait,
type of game.
I know. I got it mixed up. It is a new type of game. Are we gonna see any new Pokemon in it? Do you think? Probably not.
I'm gonna assume yes. I'm gonna assume not like a lot. I'm not saying like a gen, but they might throw in like an extra Pokemon or two.
Maybe a legendary.
Like, all right, a
Yeah.
legendary pre-evolution of Arceus.
Oh god damn it! Oh god damn it! We're gonna get a baby Arceus,
Yes.
aren't
Yeah, we're gonna have a baby Arceus and we're gonna bring it home to its mama. That's the game. I'm sorry I spoiled it for everyone.
we? Yeah, I would love to. Actually, I'd kind of like to see you play if you're still streaming when the next gen of Pokemon comes out.
I'm retiring tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did Big Punisher get to 50 followers yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they did. So, I guess yep, you're retiring and I'm deleting my channel as well. Cool. So when the next gen comes out, I just would love you to play it blind and see if I guess it I can't even argue that anymore because it doesn't feel like the games are designed the same way. Like I don't understand why you wouldn't play it blind because it's so handholdy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
know
You
what?
don't. And I can say it's from many of the Pokemon games, but especially for the new ones, they're so easy that there's barely any benefit to playing it blind.
I mean, maybe they might add fun new Pokemon. I think that's why I play it blind is because there's nothing else really going for it. I know I'm going to be able to beat it.
I miss out, and again, I'm using Sun and Moon as a reference. I miss out on so many Pokemon playing it blind. I knew Stuffle was in the game, right? I had no idea where Stuffle was because again, going into a blind, it's just like I just know. I'm like, oh, this is cute. I want a Stuffle, and then I'm like, go through most. I'm like,
you
where
run
the
into
fuck
it.
do I get a Stuffle? No, because I didn't RNG roll it because I was just that unlucky. And then because you don't know when you caught all the Pokemon in a route. So
wait, are we bitching about Pokemon RNG because I want to talk about?
I mean, we can. But I'm talking about when you're playing blind, right? Let's say I'm gonna fight 10 Pokemon in each route. So I'm gonna hope that I catch every Pokemon, like I encounter every Pokemon in there, right? By 10 encounters. I didn't get my Stuffle, and so I go, oh, I don't know where Stuffle is, and so I move on to the next route, and then there's nowhere else in the game to get Stuffle, and so you fucked, and so you never get Stuffle again.
And I think that's why they added like the Pokemon popping up in bushes so you can see.
Which is much better. I think that greatly adds to play it, but Pokemon and Sword and Shield also had the wild area, which made things very uninteresting for me because I hate the wild area.
Yeah, the wild area. Yeah, we don't talk about the wild area.
Right.
I do. Okay, so let's get off Pokemon because we've talked about Pokemon again. I wanted to ask, did you see the game trailer for that game, Lost in Random?
Oh, the dice thing? Yeah, I saw the dice.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Did they get Tim Burton to draw the game?
It's fascinating because it felt like a Tim Burton game brought to life. And I thought it would make it a great addition.
At the same time, I also don't know how much I care about it.
Not a game you think you'll stream?
Well, all right. It's kind of like I was asked by Rels a while ago if I'm going to be streaming The World Ends With You Neo, like the sequel, this week because it comes out. I'm like, no, I don't know. I have a bunch of other shit I'm going to do. Like the Tim Burton, like Lost in Random. I mean, like. There has to be because there's so many games that people want me to stream. and especially when it comes to stream controls and shit like that, there has to be so many requirements that are met for me to stream a game. It's not I just like this game, so I'm going to stream it. Like, so for Lost in Random, it has to be one, it has to have good reviews, not super overpriced. I have to be interested in it personally. And people also are gonna have to be interested in me playing it. All right. Very few games do not go through this criteria when I choose to play. Crystals is one of them. All right. I don't care what anyone. If everyone said I hate Crystals, I don't want to watch it, I say fuck all of you. I'm still playing Crystals. All right. I've been waiting for that game for a year, and I love the shit out of it. But like for example, Lost in Random, like I think it looks cool, but it's like Little Nightmares, right? Like Little Nightmares 2, I guess to be more specific. I'm like, I don't think enough people care that I could justify playing it when I could play something else that people care about more. So like,
It does.
I would also enjoy.
It does feel like you've gotten into a rut with your farm sims. Maybe you need something like this to mix it up. Maybe it's an RPG, so that's kind of
I'm not even. No. I could definitely agree that there's definitely an argument to be made that if I'm done with farm sims, but I'm also not. Farm sims doesn't clog on my week anymore. It's what, one day.
I don't know. I haven't looked. I haven't looked. I don't. I don't like your stream schedule, to be honest.
Oh, shocker. No. That it's literally like one day, right? And so you could say like, even whether or not I don't play the farm sims anymore, right? That still doesn't change the terms of how I choose the games that I play.
Okay. Lost in Random is $30. It looks like.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's possible, but like for example, a game like I have so many other games that like to play that I want to play. That like games, just because a game's good is not good enough anymore, I guess, if it means anything. Like a game has to be like amazing. It's kind of like anime. Being a good anime doesn't make me watch it anymore. You have to like I have to just glance at it like, fuck, I want to play this. Like Lost in Random just looks good. I don't know. It's like, I'm sure it's fine. No. I'm sure it's fun. I don't know. It doesn't.
I'm not even telling you to play it. I was just curious when you looked at it.
I'm just taking this opportunity to explain the logic. Like, unless everyone's telling me to play a particular game, unless it really entrances me, like on its own, I'm probably not gonna care. I mean, I look at this and I see it's Tim Burton. That's all I get. Like, there's no, at least as far as granted, all we have is a trailer. There's no mechanics in this game that make me die wanting to play it.
Except RNG personified, which I thought was funny.
I mean, like, it's Tim Burton. Tim Burton, it's really good looking, Tim Burton style, but that's just from an objective perspective. I'm not the biggest Tim Burton guy.
Alright, that was one I want to talk about, and I want to talk. Did you see they added level scaling in Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
I did. I also don't give a shit about the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. So.
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't think you'd be interested in the game. I just thought it was interesting that we've seen a major developer add level scaling to a game that they had already released. When did Valhalla come out? March?
Ago.
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it adds longevity or if it takes it away or if it doesn't matter because everyone's already done playing that game.
Yeah, that game is kind of dead. DOA.
Dead or Alive?
Yes, DOA. Oh, you don't talk about Dead or Alive? Okay, let's talk about some big titty anime girls because that game has plenty. Jesus moly. I don't want to actually talk about it, except that ties into our earlier conversation. Have you ever played any Dead or Alive games?
I have played Dead or Alive at a friend's birthday party in elementary school, and I hated it because Dead or Alive. All right, see. I feel like I've complained about this before with me and fighting sims. I put fighting sim in the same argument as I put MOBAs. It's a competitive game, and unless I can be good at, like, you have to invest so much time to get good into it in order for it to be fun. All right. Now, fighting games are also one of those. Fighting games is a unique genre in that even if you're not good, you can have a lot of fun with your friends by just all spamming buttons, right? And then you get really mad when one person, if you're playing Street Fighter, when one person knows how to do a Hadouken because all you're doing is spamming buttons. Now, the problem with that in Dead or Alive is that there's counters. For anyone who doesn't know, Dead or Alive is actually pretty complex in a fighting system where you have your high punch, low kick, you know, all your, but you'd also have counters where if someone does a high punch and you do a high counter, well, you counter them. That really it diminishes the value in people who want to spam buttons. If you're auto just spamming like punch, 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 or spamming low kick, which is the classic new fighting game player move, like you're gonna get your ass kicked because they just have to keep, countering it. And so I had no fun playing Dead or Alive. Yeah, you have, big titty anime girls. Okay, great. That doesn't make me want to play it. That, I could just Google Dead or Alive characters, but doesn't make me want to play it.
Yeah, I'll take a stance on a lot of things, and I'll try and defend it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the towel on that one. I can't think of a real reason to play Dead or Alive.
It's a fun game. It's a fun fighting game. I am told. I just don't. All right. Maybe this is weird, but I don't see how adding big titty anime girls makes the game better if that's its selling point. I have no problem with them existing as long as it's just fan service in the game, and then the game itself is really good. When that's the selling point of the game, I'm like, there's 1,000 of those. Or I can just watch anime and not have to pay for the game.
Maybe that's why. Oh, DOA 6 just came out like last year, right, or the year before?
No, the Dead or Alive franchise has, it's a big franchise. Like, there's a lot of people that think good, but I can't get into a fight like. Right, like if I was to play a fighting game with absolutely no idea of how to do it, there's different degrees of how well you can play a fighting game. Street Fighter is pretty tough to play if you have no idea what you're doing. Tekken is pretty easy to play if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Guilty Gear is, why are you even touching the game?
What is? I don't know what Guilty Gear is, to be honest.
Exactly. There are some fighting games which are so complex.
Guilty Gear. Let's look this
that
up.
you cannot do
game.
jack shit if you are not really good at fighting games.
Okay, I've seen Guilty Gear before. Definitely not my thing. Marvel v Capcom is kind of fun if you don't know what you're doing. The characters are cool.
Yes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is bae if you don't know what you're doing. All right, that game's great.
I was thinking, there was a Naruto fighting game.
No, all right. I don't know if I put those in the fighting game genre per se, but like, yes, those are also pretty fun if you don't know what you're doing. Depending on, there's a lot of them.
See, well, I think the one I'm trying to think of one, like the ultimates in it, they kind of made the game worth playing because they turned them into like full, like giant. Maybe it's Ultimate Ninja. I think those are the games. Just regular Ultimate Ninja, not Ultimate Ninja Storm. Ultimate Ninja, because what it would be, you would have these finishing moves, and like Harishima, the first Hokage, had an amazing one. I was trying. I think it was Ultimate Ninja 3. I think was the one I was playing. But when you say, I see. It surprised me. You're an anime boy. You know what? It's like you're not.
I played a bunch. No, I am familiar with it. I don't know which one you played.
I'm walking you through the system. All right.
You do realize that your description,
talk with me,
your description
help me figure out.
Literally applies to many of them. So no, that doesn't help. That's like saying, "Hey, all right. Can you tell me? I'm looking for a very particular Pokemon anime season." Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right. It has Ash. He has a Pikachu. He has some people he's traveling the world with. How many? Okay. 2. All right, that eliminates one series.
Indigo League.
That eliminates
Indigo
one.
League. It took me 5 seconds. There you go. It's Indigo League. You're welcome. All right.
No.
See, I helped you. Now you help me.
It wasn't Indigo League. I don't even think there's a season called Pokemon Indigo League.
No, in the Indigo League, the first season, or the first
It is the
All right.
first season. All right, it's called season 1 is called the Indigo League, but I don't think it's called Pokemon Indigo League, right? Like, yeah, Pokemon,
No, it was just Pokemon. That's
Pokemon
literally it was just
Johto. Yeah, but if I want to know a season, right? I'm not gonna know Pokemon. You gotta give me the actual name. You're gonna say the first season. I'm not gonna Pokemon Indigo League if I don't.
Pokemon Indigo League originally aired simply as Pokemon is the first season of Pokemon and the first season of Pokemon the series, the beginning. There you go. And it aired in Japan on Tokyo on
What
TV
if that
Tokyo
wasn't what
from
I was thinking of?
97 to
What if,
99.
maybe I was thinking
You're
of
welcome.
Pokemon Advanced or Advanced Challenge or Advanced Battle, because those are all 3 different seasons.
There are 80 episodes in the Indigo League. Listen. Yes, it is definitely not called. It is just straight up called Pokemon back in the day. It was the first one that came to mind, and I think since it was the first chronologically, it also made sense to mention. I think it's also called Pokemon the series, the Indigo League on Netflix.
Here's every Pokemon season by name. All right, so Pokemon, technically Indigo League. Season 2, Pokemon Adventures in the Orange Islands. Pokemon 3, Pokemon the Johto Journeys. Then Johto League Champions. Then Master Quest. Then Advanced Challenge. Then Advanced Battle. Then Battle Frontier. At this time, I literally thought they were required to take one word and carry it over to the next season. I legitimately thought this at the time. And then the next season ruined it. Diamond and Pearl, DP Battle Dimension, Galactic Battles, DP Sinnoh League Victors, Black and White, BW Rival Destinies, BW Adventures in Unova and Beyond. Apparently now they're calling it Pokemon the Series, no longer just Pokemon. So Pokemon the Series XY, XY Kalos Quest, XYZ, Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures, Sun and Moon Ultra Legends, and Pokemon Journeys the series.
So I gotta be. This is coming 100% from a person that has lived on the internet since he was young. I would never name it Pokemon DP for a variety of reasons. But mostly it's to avoid people Googling Pokemon DP.
Okay, well, we're almost at 2 hours anyway if we want to end it on that.
Listen, I'm just saying, from someone that's lived on the internet, you have to be careful with your, like, what your series is going to be abbreviated as, because you can get some bad stuff. I'm just saying.
Okay, so
I think DP is my favorite.
We're gonna end it there, as Noctis is saying that Pokemon DP is his favorite.
Yeah, I love Pokemon DP. Actually, let me Google and see what happens when I Pokemon DP. Maybe it's. Do I have safe search on? I think that's the problem. Let's turn that off. All right, let's.
Noctis is on air, literally describing how he's looking for Pokemon porn.
Whoa, good sir. I never said that.
You said you're literally turning off safe search. What else are you looking up? What else can you possibly look up by turning off safe search?
Actually, wait. It looks like safe search didn't change anything. I got the same thing. Yeah, Pokemon DP brings up 100% Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I wonder how they got. How did Nintendo do that? That's amazing to me.
Noctis acknowledging that Nintendo has dodged the Rule 34 bullet. We're gonna end this episode.
Whoa! Here. No, they did not. Okay, do not scroll down, good people. You will see things. All right. Yep. Thanks, Pokemon is ruined.
You can't see it, but I literally have my hand in my, like, I'm doing that thing where you put your face in your hand and you're like rubbing your temple, like, ugh. Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's a spicy little end to the podcast. If people actually got all the way through it, they'll hear this point and they will come and comment with their favorite image that Googling Pokemon DP brought up,
Great, and now this is demonetized. But if next, hopefully people enjoyed this solo episode where Noctis legitimately took the time to come up with a lot of questions for us to talk about, and we basically ignored most of them. to talk about
I
Pokemon
did.
Point.
We
Apparently,
talked about 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Sure, most of them. All right. Next week, this is supposed to be this week, but they couldn't because of reasons. Next week, we're bringing back Wally and Marsha to talk about Pokemon cards again and how they got me sucked into it and why Noctis definitely needs to start buying Pokemon cards because we need to duke it out on stream.
I'll tell you what. I will buy some Pokemon cards if you play Pokemon Unite with me.
How many Pokemon cards are you buying in this deal?
I mean, what would you feel is that like? Let's say a solid. Let's make it a co-stream. Let's call or possible co-stream. Let's say a good 2 hours of playing together, right?
Sure.
How many Pokemon cards would I have to buy to make that worth it to you?
Let's say 10. I feel like 10 is a typical amount that people buy and like they do like a mini pull stream for. So let's say 10.
Okay. So 10 Pokemon cards. I will buy 10 Pokemon cards.
No, 10 Pokemon packs.
No, I asked you
Pokemon
how many
cards.
Pokemon cards.
No,
you said 10.
I'm saying 10 packs. All right. 10 booster packs.
All right.
All right. And
I will buy.
If you open up 10 booster packs on stream.
And you want me to do it on stream as well?
Yeah, you have to open it up on stream because that's the only way I'll believe you.
I mean, listen. I have bought a lot of dumber shit than some Pokemon cards to prove a point. I would buy Pokemon cards. Ooh, here we go. Pokemon base set. Booster pack. $750. All right, I'm not buying 10 of those.
All right, we're gonna continue this conversation off the recording so I can hit stop recording anyway. Thank you guys for watching, listening, or whatever. Noctis wants Pokemon DP. Bye.
God.